Hello, y'all. Hi.
Oh, ooh, I like
Oh
the
my God.
green.
Yes, I made everything green. I just hit my doorstop. Anyway, it's gonna be a loud noise. Can you hear that?
Uh, yes, it's like a cartoon.
Yeah. Yes. I made everything green for this. I changed it. I didn't mess with my color. I created a new brand, so I didn't change it up.
Okay, good.
I wouldn't lose it. But I have two options for the background. So the two green options that StreamYard has is this. It's just like fully green, and then there's like that one, and this
I
kind of
like
moves a
this
little
one.
bit.
This one is funky.
Okay, yeah.
See,
It's
and
a
it
little
like
more green too.
wavy, it waves.
Yeah, and it does move. So,
Oh,
I don't know. I they just added the live one. Anyway, so today we are going to be starting
so
Anne of Green Gables by Montgomery.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're excited for this. I Oh, I don't know. I don't know how I'm
You've
gonna.
never read it. You've never read it. You don't even
Nope.
know anything about it.
No, I do not.
Yay!
I I've never watched any adaptations. I know that there's some romance. I know that it takes place in the past, I think. Uh
Mm-hmm.
and we're in maybe a rural, maybe more rural setting. And that's all it's really all I know about it. Yeah. And it might be sad because she might not have parents. That's all I know.
I
Um
mean, that's pretty much all I know because it's been like 30 years since I've read it or more.
yeah. Fair. Yes. So Mika won't be able to be here until 7 her time. So
Yep.
that as well. Okay, let's go through some of these comments. Hi, Coda. It'll be the first
Oh,
you're
Laura.
joining us. I'll be working today, so I won't be here, but I'm excited to get started tomorrow. Happy reading. Yes. We will put that in the chat so you guys know. I made friends and did a little dance with a like button. I adore Anna. Thank you. Um,
Oh, nice.
I may not join the sprints, but I wanted to, may not be able to join the sprints, but I wanted to show some love. Thank you for commenting and hitting the like button. Where are we at? Where are we at? There we go. Hi, Lula. How are you?
Ah,
It's also your first month doing the book club with us. So exciting. Hi, Skylar.
yay.
Hi, Sky.
Skylar, hello.
Yes, how are you today? How is everyone today? I haven't read or watched any adaptations either.
Ooh, all right.
Good. I watched a few episodes of Annie with an E some years ago, so I know a little bit. Yeah.
That's how I feel. I have like the gist of like the overriding story of Anne of Green Gables, but like I can't remember. It will almost be like I'm reading it for the first time,
Yeah.
to be fair.
Yeah. So, how are you today? We didn't get any chance to
I
talk.
know we never like we're just like, let's go.
I just didn't. How have you been today?
I'm good. Busy day, but the sun's shining and I've made some popcorn and already eaten all of the popcorn. Yes. My plan was to have popcorn that I could snack on, and I ate it all. So
Fair. Yeah.
I snacked on it before we actually started the reading part.
Mm.
Yeah, everything's good here. And what's going on with you?
So today, not really much. I had therapy this morning and I woke up. My dad was like, it's time to go. I'm like, to where? Like, what do I have to do? He was like, it's 9:02. Get on the thing. Like, it's online because my appointment was at 9. So it was fine. And then, yeah, but my cat woke me up at like 4:30, and that's why I fell asleep again because she wanted to be with me. Yeah. So, but it's been pretty chill here today. It is also hot here too. It's also sunny here too. It's 70 and sunny.
Oh, that's nice. I like 70 and sunny.
Yeah. I recently have started to prefer warmer weather, but I typically prefer cold weather and like cloudy. cold weather. But
Really?
yeah, but recently, over the
You're
last
the only person I've ever met that is like, I really like shitty weather.
I just like 40 to like 50 cloudy was like my thing.
Really?
Like no sun, no heat, no brightness. Uh,
Like you live in a cave.
okay,
But
I like
you're like this bright yellow room. How can you say you like cloudy and no sun?
I don't know. And then recently I started to like sunshine and started to like going outside. And yeah, so
Like whatever you do, don't make me too happy. I can't be too happy.
no, I like being happy. I just like having like heat in your face, like sun, and then your face gets like hot and it's like gets sweaty.
Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't have to be like cold and cloudy to keep your face from getting sunburned.
That's fair, yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, I've been enjoying the warmer weather, so I guess I'm changing. How many sprints do you think it'll take us to finish? I don't know. It's a 9-hour book. I was thinking like probably like our usual, like 3 or 4.
That's what I think. Probably today, Wednesday, Monday, and then maybe Wednesday if we don't finish on Monday.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Hmm.
But it is a pretty, at least my recollection of it is that it's a pretty quick read, like pretty easy to read.
Yeah.
And so we might be able to do it in 2,
Yeah.
but we might have a lot to talk about. Like the last one, we had so much to talk about.
Yeah. And it isn't super short, but it is a middle grade. Like Skylar was asking, it's a middle grade, so it'd probably be faster, but it'll be
Yeah.
the length.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we can swap because it's 39. Okay, and cloudy as heck in
Oh,
Wisconsin.
well, yeah, Tina, that's like your perfect weather.
Yeah. In a, I guess now it used to be my favorite weather because I'm changing and I like hot weather and I'm like I don't know what's going on with me. Like I'm like I want to be outside in the sun and my therapist was like that's normal. That's like it's like good for you.
Yeah, and I don't want it to be too hot. I don't like hot weather.
Mhm.
And I don't like really cold weather. But I do like sunny weather.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like sunny and anywhere from 50 to 75 degrees. That's my happy place.
Yeah. Hmm.
Unless there's a swimming pool, and then I'm okay with it going to like 80 or 90.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be like I want it, even when I didn't like the hot, I wanted it to be hot enough to be able to swim if we had the opportunity to. Yeah. Because that's a nice part of summer, right?
Yes, for sure.
500 pages. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. But 500 pages, that's well my audiobook is almost 10 hours. It's 10 hours.
And
Um
I have it on Kindle, and let me see what my Kindle says. Like it is possible that we all have different editions, but I feel like they're all going to be they're going to be the same.
yeah. And that's
I
what
don't.
that's what I was like, is there I guess make sure you don't have the abridged audiobook if you're getting the audiobook. Because they have a lot of abridged audiobooks. For this book, there's a lot of abridged versions I found. But I was thinking, because it's an old book, was it ever edited? Was it edited like the content of the book edited a little bit ever? But when I was listening to the audiobook this morning, it said it was from 88, like 1988. So I don't know.
How many chapters do you have? I have 38 chapters.
I don't know
Okay,
because um
blowing up.
Christina just said something in the thing. I can't. My iPad is dead, so I cannot go look what she said.
Oh, okay.
Um.
Oh, she just said something in the Instagram.
Yeah. Hmm. My iPad is dead. I have to turn it. I also can't.
My phone blowing up. Maybe that's why.
I can't see chapters because of that. Wait. I can plug in my iPad so I can see the chapters. Hold on. put y'all down and then move this over here. And then once this comes back to life, I can check chapters.
Oh, Christina said she's trying to get on live. I'm going to say, okay.
Yeah, maybe she can't find this print.
We are here at Tina's. Okay. Or maybe she's having internet problem or something.
Maybe, yeah. Let me hold on. I'm sorry. I need 1 second.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have mine, like the book pages are all going to be different, right? Because depends on the font and it depends on the actual book. But chapters wise, I have 38 chapters in my book.
I don't know how many. My iPad just came back to life. It is on now. I had to shut my mom's door because the dogs were gonna start barking. My copy is super pretty. I don't have the physical copy. The cover of the audiobook I'm listening to is pretty cute. Is yours like a
different covers? And I was like, which one should I choose? Which one should I choose?
Yeah.
So mine is not that pretty, actually.
Like which one should I mark as currently reading on my Goodreads?
Oh,
to the next page.
Good. Come back. My cover.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not bad. Although that does not look like any of the renderings of Anne of Green Gables that I've ever seen.
No, it does not. It looks more. It looks a couple years. A couple.
It looks more like
that.
Depressing Jane Eyre. One of those where it'd be like she's doing like I don't know something to another. I don't know. Yes. Anyway.
Got it at the library.
Ooh, this is the nice thing about doing classics is that people can get them at the library and they're easy to get.
Yeah. Hey Laura, hey hopping over to show some love, and I also love Anne of Green Gables. Ooh, hope everyone has fun reading it. I'm hoping too. You know, I think we're gonna have fun reading this one. I think it's gonna be a fun one.
I agree.
370. Okay. I wanna if I can get my iPad up, then I can check the chapter amount. Where am I having it on? Everend. Okay. Is how many chapters? I didn't know.
7, 8, 38. Yeah. So that's what I do. 38. Okay, so that's good to know. Like if it is a different edition and they didn't add any different chapters, at least we've got the same thing. That's good. We don't want to have we're reading up to chapter 5 and then somebody knows somebody, I don't know, died in chapter 5 and the rest of us are like, nobody died in my chapter 5.
Yeah. 37.
You only have 37?
Yes, and the first, but I think there's an introduction that I think is a chapter. So I think I have 38 chapters. Let me see. Because I played a little bit of it and it had some.
Are the first words Mrs. Rachel Lynde?
And later to the university in Halifax, who became loved all over the world. Just with Avon leaving to write 5 more novels.
Hold on.
Stories not called the sweetest creation of child life yet written. And now, Anne of Green Gables. Chapter 1.
That introduction is chapter 1.
Not the speed you're listening to this book at, is it?
It is. It's 2. It's out loud. It is the same. It's out loud, so it sounds faster. It's also British, so I might have to slow it down a little bit. Mrs. Rachel Lynde is surprised.
Yep, that's it. That's chapter 1. So then, what chapter? Go to chapter. How do you only? And that's what's called the prologue or something.
Introduction, and then chapter 1 is after that. So it is. I have 38 chapters.
So introduction is Mrs. Rachel Lynde.
Yes, but that is called chapter 1. It's titled Introduction on Script, but it says chapter 1.
And then you only have 37 chapters?
after that, but I have chapter 1. Introduction has chapter 1 in it, and chapter 1 is after introduction. So I have 38 chapters essentially.
Okay.
At least I would think I would. Yeah. It's just off a little bit. I think. Christina is here. Hi.
Hi, Christina.
You made it. Yay.
Yes.
I have 38 chapters in my copy, 426 pages. Whoa. I'll send it in the chat, lol. Hello.
Maybe.
You are here. Yes, saying hi. Saying hi. Yes, they'll be reading it on their sprints tomorrow.
Okay.
They'll be starting it then.
Okay. Cool.
One scene with Annie with an E is stuck in my memory. Ooh, okay. Annie saves a sick 5-year-old's life by forcing her to vomit. Ew. Okay. Gross. I want to find out if that's in the book. Yeah.
Okay. That might be chapter 2.
But yeah, I guess we'll find out if that is in the book. I bet since you are reading the ebook, right? You could search up vomit in it. Like you could search.
Oh, search for anything.
Okay, don't tell us. Don't tell us what's happening. But if you need to know if this girl is making someone vomit, then just quickly search vomit, throw up, or whatever word you think will be necessary. Maybe 5-year-olds. I don't know. Something to get that information for yourself. It looks like we all have 38 chapters, so.
Okay, good.
I think I have one. That would make sense because, I think it makes sense. And a pretty cover from the library. Great.
Ooh, you guys got lots of people got it from the library. I love that. I love the library. I love that people still go to the library.
Yes. Mm-hmm. My library app, I don't think had it. Like I think I looked on there and I couldn't find it. But I think the cover of that I got from Scribd is kind of cute.
Oh, it is kind of cute. See, that's how I
Yeah.
picture Anne of Green Gables with the red hair. And are they braids? She has braids or something, maybe?
Yeah, they're not well drawn, but it's like pigtails or braids. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I picture Anne in my head.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean, I am imagining the girl from Anne with an A. I found the best version of the movie at my library on DVD. So happy since I can't find it anywhere else without buying it. Well, that's great. It's surprising how I feel like it's interesting how libraries have DVDs and CDs and like audiobooks, like physical, like cassettes or what are they called? Like the bigger ones.
VHS?
Yeah. Right? VHS
Yeah.
audiobooks? I think so.
Oh, wait, it is a movie or a book?
Both.
On the big cassette, I don't know what the big cassette for a book is, but the big cassette for a video is VHS.
Yeah, I think I could be wrong about that VHS thing, but I think I've seen audiobooks on cassette before, and then like bigger boxes of audiobooks I assume have VHS in there, but maybe it's like a CD.
Well, you have to have something to play these things on. Does anybody have a video player anymore? Does anyone have a DVD player? I guess Christina must have a DVD player if she's getting DVDs from the library.
Yeah.
But like even computers, laptops don't have like the DVD thing anymore.
Maybe like you have an older laptop maybe or a gaming like thing. Like you could put that on like a game like you have like Wii or right that could become a DVD player for CD or any of those like gaming consoles or whatever it's called. Yeah, that's what if we want to watch a DVD, we typically do it like my brother's thing. I still need to find the audio. I think it's on Audible. Yeah, there is an edition that is an Audible exclusive that's not abridged. That's available on Audible Plus. It's like a black and white cover.
It might actually be on Kindle Unlimited, the audiobook.
I don't
because on my I have the ebook. Hang on, and if I click like under table of contents,
Mm.
there's a thing for audiobook. Here's the link to the free audiobook.
Huh. And you got that on
Kindle Unlimited.
Oh, okay. Huh. I'll probably have to check that out in the first print. But I did get
the
it on
crazy
script.
cover. I don't know if all of the editions have it, but my one with the crazy, like.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. VHS is a movie, so it's only for movies. Okay. I have a Blu-ray, and it can also play DVDs.
Oh, Blu-ray. I forgot that was even a thing.
Yeah. I really don't even know what.
Blu-ray.
It's just like, what even is that? Like,
I know.
why is it special?
I know nothing. I missed Blu-ray generation completely. Like, it was not ever anything that I knew anything about. Like, I was either too old or too young, or it only lasted a brief time and I never got into. I don't know. I wasn't watching movies when it was out. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but I even forgot that it existed.
My uncle would always he would talk about buying the Blu-ray DVD. And I'm like, what's that? And Mom's like, we're not getting it. Like, we're not. No, you no need for that. Like, we can just buy the regular old DVD. We're not paying $20 extra for some.
We're regular people. This is a regular house. We are regular people. We're just getting regular DVD.
Yes. Cassette tape is audio. Okay. I have a DVD and Blu-ray player.
Ooh.
So nostalgic. I miss all those. Yeah. I like we have so many DVDs and CDs. Like maybe not CDs, but we have so many of them. Not nice, maybe not a ton. I don't know how many people the average person has. But we have like almost all of Scooby-Doo on DVD because I was obsessed with Scooby-Doo as a kid. And we have all this stuff. So I really liked watching those things. I never really used cassette. I never did that.
No, I feel like you're too young.
Yeah.
For cassette.
Mm-hmm.
Because even cassettes for me, I don't think I've had a cassette tape since 1996, 1997.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So maybe probably my brothers, they had that when they were younger. Yeah. But we had a Blockbuster across the street.
Oh,
Blockbuster. Yeah.
I feel like Blockbuster could make a comeback. Like if there was if Blockbuster could do an online subscription, but where you go to the store and the library has Libby, right? If you go to the Blockbuster store and take out something that you then download to your computer to watch or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I would go to that Blockbuster store. I would go to a store and do it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There's something cool about going to the store instead of just you spend your entire life surfing online.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't around for a ton of my childhood, but it was really fun when it was open, and we would go there and get some candy, and it was so fun.
And you shop around, you get to look at all the different movies, what's available.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was a social experience.
Yeah.
Now we're just scrolling on Netflix, and it's boring.
Absolutely, yeah. There are DVD drives you can buy that you plug. Oh yes, then you plug in.
Oh, okay.
Have a thing, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a different way to read disc. Regular DVD players use red laser. Okay, so it's a Blu-ray. Uses blue lasers. It can hold more than one content on a disc. Okay.
So is this where they put the director's cut and scenes and outtakes and interviews and all that kind of thing?
Yeah, probably then, yeah. That's interesting. I don't know what that is. I have the whole.
I vaguely remember Fraggle Rock. Christina, do you have that for you or do you have that for your kids?
I don't know what that is. I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
I feel like it's like Sesame Street, sort of a Sesame Street, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Christina, you have to explain yourself. Explain yourself.
There are some people who live in areas without good internet. They rely on DVDs and CDs still. Yeah, absolutely. And it's also nice to have, like, we have a DVD player. It sucks, but we could have, like, having a DVD player you charge and keep is nice for when your electricity goes out, you still have something to watch or something to do. Yeah. I actually make good money buying DVDs. Make good money buying DVDs at Goodwill online in bulk, then selling them. Ooh. Individually in my car. Wow. Okay.
There's a big market for DVDs still.
Huh.
Interesting.
Goodwill has a ton of DVDs.
Well, yeah, because nobody has DVD players anymore. Nobody wants them. Nobody needs the DVDs. So everyone's cleaning out their
Yeah.
homes, and they got to put them somewhere.
Yeah. It's for her, not Sesame Street.
Oh, then what is it? Oh, it's Muppet. Oh, okay, Muppets.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. Oh, my computer is like, let me shut that down before it's just beep, 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 beep. All right, let's see. What else do I need to shut down this? Sorry.
No, totally fine. I had to go out.
All right.
Fine. So how much are we gonna read in this first? Right. So chapter 1 is decently short, it seems like to me. Over on mine, it's maybe not decently short. It's 18 minutes long.
Okay.
Which
short.
Which I'm assuming we can listen to it and read it faster, but we can kind of adjust as we go.
Yep, we can adjust as we go.
Chapter 2 is 30 minutes.
Okay.
And chapter 4 is 13 minutes. Nope, chapter 3 is 13 minutes. Sorry about that one.
Why don't we do 1 and 2?
Okay. And then we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, and then we can figure out if we can go do more. Like if we're reading faster, we'll do more the next time. And if we're reading slower, we'll do less.
Makes sense.
But that's like 45 minutes then for our first time, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
About more or less.
Read from that to chapter 3. So don't start chapter 3. Just
right.
I should have added more to this before the thing started. Then
what's today? March 4th. I've got to write down in my reading journal what day I'm starting the book. March 4th. Yay! Uh-oh, what happened to Tina? We lost her.
Am I here?
You're here. I hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, I had to mute myself so I could say something to my phone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry about that. When done. Okay.
All right. So we are reading chapter 1 and chapter 2.
Yes. Save. And is that good? Reading Anne of Green Gables from beginning to chapter 3. Then comment done when done.
Yep.
Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Happy reading. We'll see y'all when we're finished that.
Got it.
Okay. You want to check in and see how we're doing? I don't know if everyone's finished or not. I don't know if Skylar's finished yet. Um, Skylar, do.
Skylar, you finished? Skylar?
I didn't mean it like that. So if you're not finished, Skylar, we can do a little bit more time, and we can see how that goes. But I just want to make sure maybe if Skylar had to pop off and do something, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Because it's in
50 minutes.
a little while, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
do you want to start talking about it, or should we wait? What do you want to do?
if Skylar, if you have us on here and you hear us, let us know. I can message her on Instagram. I did message about that. But okay, so I guess I'll message her real quick and then
Okay.
we
And
can.
we'll see. Okay.
Okay. Okay. That was like a minute, but how about I can message her. I did not get a response, but how about we
Okay.
chat about it until maybe if she gets here. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Let me
Sounds
know.
good to me.
That start of the book was so amazing.
Okay.
What did you think about it? Did you? What did
No,
you?
no. You just keep going. What? Like, why?
It was just so precious and sweet, and like it was just like the one of the best starts of the book I've ever listened to.
Okay.
And it was just such like a, I don't know, just this shy man and this like little girl just rambling, and I don't know, she finally gets to open up and she talks about her feelings, and she's such a young, like she's such a girl, like she's such a like little girl, and she's, I don't know, like I don't know, kind of related to her a little bit with the chattering and with the talking fast, and it was just so, because clearly they're going to keep her, and clearly this man wants to keep her because I don't know, she's just so like, she's so cute, she's so
She's
freaking
so
cute.
herself. Like,
Yeah,
you just get such a sense of who she is, like, immediately.
yeah, it's just so perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. I was worried when chapter 1 because I was like, "Oh, this book did not age well."
No, yeah,
I
no.
was like, "Why is everybody so racist? And why is everybody so, like,
Yeah.
awful?" And,
Uh,
like, you like, having preconceived, like, judgments. So I
yeah,
was like, "Oh, no. Did we, like, pick a book that, like, just didn't age well?"
yeah.
But then chapter 2 kicked in, and I was like, "Okay, we
Yeah.
might be all right."
Mhm. And the start of like, we're not gonna get a girl because we don't want a girl and because she's not gonna be able to help us with all of that was at least what I saw, like clearly a setup of like, oh no, like who's gonna be adopting this girl? Because that's Green Gables, and I'm like, they don't want a girl. But the minute you meet Annie and or Anne and he meets her and he's kind of just like she just goes off on just like the things she's saying and the
So
way she
cute.
describes the world. It's oh my gosh, like it's just it's so freaking adorable, and I don't know, it's just awesome. Yeah,
And I was like, is he gonna like that she's just talking, like, or what's his reaction gonna be?
yeah. Mhm.
I was like, oh, it's so cute that he loves it.
Yeah, it's just so perfect that he reacted the way he reacted. Like,
Yeah, like she totally charmed him.
yeah.
She would not have charmed me. I would be like, oh my God, can you just be quiet for 20 minutes? Just be
No. Okay, yeah, like I guess it depends on the perspective because I'm here like, why do I not want to have children? Like,
quiet. No, but she was so cute.
yeah. And it's just like she's so I don't know, everything. I just in the beginning was definitely strange. And I'm interested to see how that element is gonna be with the neighbor and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
will Mrs. Rachel come into it more or
yeah.
whatever? Um, but I wanna hopefully, I'm assuming Annie will probably quickly grow on the wife as well.
I I I mean, you're right. They keep her, otherwise the book would be over.
Yeah.
Obviously they keep her, but it is gonna be interesting to hear the conversation or to hear how the wife reacts to the little girl.
Yeah. Hmm. I hope the same way because like I feel like you can just tell that like not that she could be easily hurt, but like she could be easily hurt. And like if they're like, no, we don't want you, then it's like I don't know. Like
It's
I don't want them
really
to
sad
crush
to go
that
back.
that spirit she has that she's like, I'm finally home. And it's like, I don't know, it's such confidence in something that you don't really know a lot about. And so if they take that away from her, it would be taking a lot. I'm assuming they don't because they keep her, but like
Right, because she becomes Anne of Green Gables.
yes, that is Green Gables, yeah. Oh, she's the sister. She's his sister.
Oh, so I wondered about that, if they were brother and sister or husband and wife, because it didn't really say,
Mm-hmm.
but I just didn't know, and I obviously didn't remember. But,
Yeah,
yeah, like, it didn't seem like they were husband and wife because there didn't seem like a lovey-lovey thing, but
no,
then it also didn't seem like they weren't husband and wife, right? Like, they could have been, like, working I don't know.
yeah,
So, okay, I
yeah,
didn't know that they were brother and sister, but that's cool too.
yeah. Mhm. I mean that works.
Interesting. I wonder why neither one of now, do you picture them as being old people? Well, yes, they are, because the guy's like 60 something years old, he said, or something.
Yes, he's in his 60s. So when she first sees the man, when she first sees him, I was imagining like a 20 to 30-year-old man. And then when Miss Rachel goes over in on the bike, when she sees him on the horse or whatever, when she doesn't go by, and then when that's when then Miss Rachel goes over, I was imagining like a 50-year-old woman. And then I realized, okay, I thought it was her son.
Oh, interesting.
And so I was like, her son is going to get this kid because that's what her son wants, a farm worker, because their parents are getting older. Because his parents are getting older. And I assume we hadn't met the father yet. And then once we realized that he is, once we realized he's 60, then I'm like, okay, so I immediately went to, it's his wife.
Right. Like they're an older couple, but I
Yeah.
guess they're an older couple of siblings.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. But oh my gosh, just such a good start of the book. But was it, I feel like it was the sister who was saying the racist stuff. I feel like Miss Rachel wasn't as much, but I could be maybe I was wrong about that.
I think you're right because they kept talking about like we don't want to get we need a home. We need somebody that's Canadian, right? Native born. We don't want those Arabs coming in, the Arab boys coming in. We don't want the French boys because they don't do any work. And then we don't want somebody like, this wasn't a racial thing, but we don't want like, why are you getting someone from the orphan asylum? Because they're going to poison you and burn your house down.
Yeah.
And it's
Why? Yeah. Well, we're not getting a girl, so you know what I mean. Like, oh, they won't poison us. We're only getting a boy, so.
So I was a little bit like, oh boy, these
Yeah.
people, where are we going with this? What's going to happen? Because then I think, how different would it be if Anne was not fair-skinned and red-haired,
Yeah.
right?
And he didn't think, oh, I need to take her home because I'm too shy to, you know what I mean? Maybe he just like, what? Oh, yeah. Where are we at in the comments? There you go. Trying to load, I'm assuming, the book. Good morning. How are you? We will be talking spoilers about this book only to start, so you definitely could join us. But how are you this morning? Or you can read whatever you want. You don't have to read Anne of Green Gables. We are done. Please go without us. Got a lot going on right now. That's totally fine.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Mika, hi Mika.
Hi,
You
Mika.
are home. Need to download the audio.
Really? Oh no, that's right. Sorry, I have no idea what time it is.
It doesn't. I hate that it doesn't say the time on the comment on StreamYard.
Oh yeah.
I can't tell when it came in. Finally download the audiobook. And it was halfway through the book. Not great.
What?
Hopefully you can move it forward and move it to the right part, right? I put a few more comments in the chat, but they're not there.
Oh.
Monday is being Monday. It certainly is, yeah. So I couldn't. That's all. The ones I clicked on was all I could see of your comments. I just skimmed the first 2 chapters. I read this book several times, The Child and Teen. Yes, what are you thinking so far? Let us know. Let us know. Yeah, it's so exciting. I'm reading at 1.75 and currently have 16 minutes left of chapter 2. Okay, I think. Yes.
Okay.
She talks so fast. She does.
She does.
Yeah.
I can hear her voice in my head, and it's just like super cute and super like rambly and really fast and excited, and like she has to say all of these words before, like, I don't know, before she dies. She has to say like 800 gazillion words a day before she dies, and she has to get them all in right now.
Love hearing reactions from first readers. Yay! Love the shy, quiet man. I know his reaction to her is just perfect.
Yeah. And I love that he's like, well, I have to take her home. She can't stay here, right? Yeah. Like, she can't just stay at a train station.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like there are books I've read where people just leave the kid there, right? They're like, let's just pretend like I'm not whoever they're waiting for. And they just walk by and leave the kid there.
Yeah.
And then that's just a completely different story. But I'm like, oh, what's his name? I can't remember his name now.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Uh-oh.
But
why did I lose all my notes?
Oh no.
Oh no is right. Oh no is right.
Oh no.
Where would I put my notes? Sorry. Carry on.
I feel like his reaction to her is kind of surprising for a shy person. Like, I'll just let her ramble and then I don't have to talk that much. Yeah. I felt like if it was written in modern day, her editor would have made her add more descriptions and action between the dialogue, breaking it up. Ooh, that is a good point. So like it's very like it feels very cozy. It feels very, maybe if it was modern day, there would have been more like structure to the way that it was written.
I don't know, because I feel like this is her personality. Like, we're getting Anne's personality out of it, you know? Like, you definitely get a sense of who she is, because of all of the
Talking, yeah.
yeah.
Dialogue,
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
I do think if it was in modern day, the editor would have changed chapter 1.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this your first time reading it too, Viv? No, right?
No, but it's probably been 30 years, 40 years since I've read it. So, like, I don't remember any of the actual story. I just have like vague recollections of like themes, and I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell you anything that happened. I don't remember anyone vomiting. I don't remember like that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, so it's been a long time. So it's basically like reading it again for the first time
Yeah.
since it's been so long. Yeah.
Yeah. Anne reminds me of me with how much she talks. Okay, same. I am also like,
Those are that's funny.
yeah.
Funny.
That message I sent earlier before I was finished. Yeah. Not the wife, the sister. There you go. Okay.
Good to know.
Yes. The difference that I don't talk nonsense like Anne. I like facts, logical. I can ramble on and on about.
Yeah. Anne is all about nonsense,
Yeah.
nonsense.
Mhm.
Although not, she just has like a really big imagination,
Yeah.
which I think is
Absolutely.
so cute. Like the way she sees the world is just precious.
Yeah. And it's like I was talking to my mom about this, and she's like, when you have like a child, it's like you're reliving like being a child, and like you see the world through a child's eyes, and like I was like, not that I didn't get it, but like reading this makes me get that more. Like, I don't know, like children are just so like strange and interesting. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. They definitely see the world in an interesting way that we lose when we grow up.
Yeah. hmm Rachel reminds me of my mom, a friend of my mom's. She thinks if she disapproves of something, then you should listen to her. Tell, listen to her when she tells you that you can't do it. Yeah, that is very like it felt very like small community, but I hope Miss Rachel isn't like or Rachel isn't like very like persistent about it. Like maybe just kind of like lets them keep this. Hopefully it's not too like extreme.
I wonder. I don't remember, but I feel like Mrs. Rachel is going to be constantly
Mm.
making comments that are going to make me mad.
Hopefully the comments she makes are more like lighter, like they're not as like they're more like, oh, this like gossip in town. You know what I mean? Not like
Definitely a busybody. That is for
yes.
sure.
Maybe a good busybody, not a bad one. That's what I'm hoping for. I know I had to reset my laptop. It seems better now. That's good. And likes big words too. Love it. Matthew.
Matthew, is it Matthew and Marissa and Mrs. Rachel? Marilla.
Marilla. Okay, Matthew, Marilla, Mrs. Rachel. I don't like people. I don't think people have listened to her a lot. She's had a hard life. Yeah, it does.
Rachel.
Rachel.
Oh, wait, Mrs.
Oh,
Rachel or Anne?
I
Ooh,
think
Anne, maybe Anne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or and Mrs. Rachel too.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like she I don't know. That's what she's saying, right? Was like she has had the experience of like people being like children should be seen and not heard, and people like just not loving her the way a child should be loved, right? Like not being her enough, and so
Did it say how long she's been in the orphanage?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't remember, or even why she's in the orphanage.
Yeah,
I don't know. Curious.
Matthew Cupboard. Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right. And they both and I was like, oh, and they both have the same last name. They must be brother and sister. But that also happens when you get married.
Typically, yeah, especially back when, yeah. if you break up Anne's dialogue, you would lose something about Anne. Yes, you would. Definitely.
I think
It's
so too.
it's important to have that like that. She can ramble on, but shows us what she's doing with her body. Even just a little gesture. Has it showed us that? Or
Josie wants to know more. Josie wants to picture the whole scene in her head.
yes. Seems like it. Children are strange. They are.
They are strange, but that's
In
what
a
makes
way.
them so great.
Yes.
It's totally what
That's
makes them so great.
yeah. I meant that in a good way most of the time. um I bet Anne would love AuthorTube. She would have learned how to write and well and market her stories. I bet she would. She could write a whole biography about that. I
Yeah.
mean, just what we read is like a novella length story. Um, make good use of imagination.
And
Definitely.
Mom,
And yes,
and she make more money than all of us on YouTube.
yes, I definitely mind that. I mean, she's so freaking adorable.
We'll call her Mrs. Beast.
Rachel will be back in this story. Okay. Okay.
I feel like Rachel's going to be all over this story as like the like the character that is against the, like, if Anne's the hero,
Yeah.
the character that's like always working against
Yeah.
or to try to like keep the hero down, that's going to be, I think, Mrs. Cuthbert, because
Mm,
she's like got very strong beliefs.
yeah.
I
Definitely.
could be wrong. I'm almost always wrong about everything, so don't listen to me.
No, people have not listened to Anne. I mean, that's what it seems like. So she talks a lot, so she doesn't have the competition.
Companionship.
People's affection. It was companionship. Never mind. Sorry about that. So she doesn't have the companionship. It's been 4 months. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's surprising.
It's not very long.
No, I assumed it was.
I guess if you're in an orphan asylum, it's a super long time.
Yeah, it wasn't a good place for her to be, she said, but like I assumed it was years. I assumed it was most of her life. Well, I guess that's good. Anna's had a hard life. She wasn't allowed to be a playful child. Yeah. That's really sad. Yeah. Yes. 4 months in an orphanage, but never having home as long as she can remember. Okay, so she's never really had like a home, like a place to be. That is actually really sad. Um, most little girls can ramble on and on. That is very true, as I did.
I apparently never did. I apparently used to just sit in the corner and do stuff by myself, and my care teachers kept like writing notes home to my mom going, is something going on with this child? Like, she doesn't interact with the other children.
And I would go outside with my mom and her friends, and we would sit outside for like hours and just like talk. And I would talk to them about like I would just like go on and on and on and on. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. You know, today's been pretty normal. How about you? Um, that was just a long time. That was just how long she was in the orphanage. Okay, yeah. She's been in other places. You will read about them later. Okay. Okay, yeah. So, mm, mm, mm. She's been in other places that were not good for that were not good to her. That seems to track based on the way she's acting right now. Yeah. I was a talker, but not to people. I talked a lot to myself. Absolutely yes to that. I also
I
did
still do.
yeah. My dad does that a lot. And so I do it, and I would pretend to make YouTube videos and I would like talk to nothingness, and I would do that. I did that until Probably I started making YouTube videos. To be honest, I continue to
Now
do.
you're still talking to yourself. It's just all of us are listening to you.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing about YouTube videos, right? You're still talking to yourself,
Yeah.
but like people are listening. Crazy.
I just got a new book yesterday with my dad and my brother. And I got three things. I got books, a t-shirt, and a blackberry. Ice cube. An ice cube black cherry. Those little gums, those little like cube gums, maybe? Or maybe like
Oh,
ice.
maybe. I was like, what's an Ice Cube's black cherry? Because I feel like that sounds delicious.
Yeah. Or maybe it's like a shaved ice or something like that, or like
That was my first thought. But then when you said no, it's the like maybe it's the gum ice cubes. I was like, oh yeah. I
those.
didn't know. I thought they only had, I don't know. What do I know? The only ice cube gums I've ever seen are like peppermint.
Mm. I definitely see other flavors. They come in that little like jar. The little
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah, I've seen a lot of different flavors of those. Maybe a slushy. Maybe like flavored ice
Maybe.
cube.
Oh my God, I was craving a Slurpee the other night. So bad. I was like, I really, really would love to have a Slurpee.
Do you have anywhere near you that has them?
No, no. In Europe, we don't even do ice here. Like, you gotta
No.
beg for ice. I feel like having an icy drink would like put people over the edge. They wouldn't know what to do.
Do you have like a blender and like ice cube trays?
I have ice cube trays and I have like a little mini food processor that
Mm,
would chop ice or would like shave ice if I
yeah.
really wanted to do it. But I don't want to make my own. I want to go somewhere and have someone bring it to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing great. That is awesome. Okay. So,
Wait, before we go, I have a question
okay.
for everyone. Not before we go, before we do the next thing. So Anne was asking like Mr. Cuthbert all of these questions. And I was like, these are cool questions I'm going to ask you guys.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Do you have it written down? Because I was thinking we should talk about that, but I didn't write it down.
I did. I wrote them down. Okay. Would you rather be divinely beautiful, dazzlingly clever, or angelically good?
Probably was it dazzlingly clever?
Yeah.
Probably dazzlingly clever. I would
Ooh.
I would think maybe angelically good, but probably dazzlingly clever.
Really?
Yeah.
You even like angelically good would be your second choice.
Yeah. Mm. Is that bad?
No, it's like the least bad answer of all of the answers, I think. I know angelically good first, dazzlingly clever, and then divinely beautiful is probably the most like
Yeah.
I don't know,
Hmm.
good answer. Like really good people answer that way.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. So that's my question. That's the question. What do you
yeah.
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 Good answer.
Hmm. Yes. We have like a food, like I don't know what it is. Like it's like kind of like a standalone gas station. No, it's like a convenience store. I don't really know what it is. And they have Slurpee machines or slushy machines. And we don't have anything like that near us. Like we live in the middle of nowhere, but like for some reason they have like two machines. It's like
Mm,
get
mm,
every time we go there. Our favorite ice cream place just opened back up. Ooh.
Ooh.
It's run by an Italian family. That always spreads spends winters in Italy. Okay, so they wait until the spring comes to open back up. That is very exciting. Clever. First clever,
Oh, Mika wants to be clever too.
and then clever and good. So
Good
clever
for
first for
you. You
you.
guys are so like nice and good. You're such good people and so like
I chose clever before I chose a good person. I chose funny before I chose a good person. That's
Yeah,
how I
well,
took
you know
it.
what? I'm choosing divinely beautiful over all of it.
I'm
I'd
ready.
rather be divinely beautiful because then, like, I feel like the beautiful people get to do everything. So, like,
That is
I'll
true.
take
Yeah.
that, please. The beautiful people have people bringing them Slurpees.
And true. Yeah. I'm
All
ready.
right. Are you ready for my next question?
Yes. Hmm.
Do things ever give you a thrill?
Yeah.
Like
Up?
what? Like what?
I don't know. Um, I don't know because he answered a bad thrill, right?
He said he didn't think so. Is that what he said? What was it that gave her a thrill? She was talking about like
Was it
the
the
avenue
river?
when they went. Oh, was it the river? It
I don't.
might have been the river, or when they were going through the avenue and the trees and something. But something like took her breath away. She stopped talking, and it
Mm,
was like a thrill, right?
yeah. I I don't know. I think a lot of things would like a thrill is like a burst of like feeling that is like coming from inside of you and not in your brain.
Yeah.
I would definitely say I feel like my animals would like
I feel
or
like your animals give you a thrill.
family. Like I don't know, you see that and you're just like, I guess my animals like you see your animals and you're just like ah, like I love you
Happy.
so much and I just like yeah. What about you?
I I have definitely recognized there, like just this past weekend, I went and we had a little party at one of my friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
And we just played cards and ate pizza and ate cookies and like just like hung out like we were 14 years old at a summer party, right?
Yeah.
I remember going to bed thinking, this was such a great day. Like it was just like I just went to bed feeling that happiness, like it's such a stupid day, but like we just had fun. Like there was a whole group of people and we all just, yeah, it was a bit of a like peaceful, happy, joy, like thrill.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um we don't
Oh,
have 7-Eleven.
here's a question. Okay, so back to chapter one.
Uh-huh.
Mrs. Rachel and Marilla, or no, maybe Mrs. Rachel is talking about Green Gables and how like Green Gables, like I guess when you look out the windows, all you see is like land and trees and view and whatever. And Miss Rachel is like, I would rather look at people than trees.
Yeah.
So here's my question. Would you rather look at people or like nature?
Um that is a hard question. At least for me it is. I don't know. People as in a city with people, I would say
Well, like
no.
Mrs. Rachel, like looking out her window and like seeing people passing by and like, oh, what are they doing? What's going on over there? Blah, blah. Whereas I imagine Marilla looking outside her window and seeing like, oh, what are the deer doing? Oh, what is the like,
I
is
guess
the
maybe
trees there? I don't know. No, I'm just like imagining nature. I don't know anything
yeah.
about nature.
I
I'm just
guess
imagining.
yeah, I guess nature then. Yeah.
You'd rather do nature.
Yeah. Which is a very southern answer. It's a very rural answer. What about you?
I would rather see people.
Hmm. I guess it depends on the context of it. If you're talking like a suburban, not suburban, if you're talking like a urban city, no, not the people. I'd rather the nature. If you're talking like a small town with like eclectic houses and people, and you can when you look at them, you can see connection and stuff like that. Absolutely, that over nature. But I guess it depends on the context. Yeah.
That's a very general, correct answer. It's a very political. You could run for governor.
I just don't like I don't know, after I guess probably before like a couple years ago, I thought nature was ugly and I was like, I hate nature, it's so gross. But now that I like live in a very rural area, I've grown to like it. And being in being around people in even in like a small town community was stressful and weird, and like there's humans around me all the time. What's going on? Like I
Yeah.
see my neighbors outside once in a while, and that is like nice, wave at each other, whatever. But it's like when I went to visit my brother, being around other like humans walking around and living their lives was like, who are you? Why are you here? You know what I mean? Like,
And that was you with Mrs. Rachel, like spying on you.
yeah,
Business.
yeah.
All right, I got no more questions. Do we have any more answers to my questions?
Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Yes and no. I'm a bit weary of thrills.
Ooh,
That's an interesting statement.
yeah.
Oh, I could definitely see that because I don't know, like adrenaline, like doing stuff to get a thrill could be addictive and dangerous, right? But
Right.
I feel like his thrill was like her thrill was seeing those that the apple thing, right? Never mind.
Whatever
What?
it was, yeah.
Yeah, and his thrill was something scary. Him seeing like worms. I mean, like, oh,
Oh
right?
yeah, that's right, the worms. And she's
Yeah.
like, that's not really a thrill.
No, what do you mean by that? Yeah. So
Worms.
I guess it depends on the context of that, but I can definitely see that. Yeah.
I feel like you can't rely on your thrills, right? Like you can't always rely on the feelings, but
Yeah.
nice to have them.
Getting backstage passes on for our friends' lives. Oh, for our friends. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that would
For our
be, yes.
friends' bands gave me a thrill. I loved watching the people behind stage working like clockwork. Oh my god.
Yes, that's a good thrill.
Yeah. Being in that kind of environment and seeing like inside scoops and things. And I think that's why I would answer people if I did answer people, would be because I like seeing other people's lives. Yeah. Where are we at? Question. Do you know what a gable is?
I think I do.
Yeah, I was thinking it's like a
That's what I think.
yeah. So they have
Like, isn't it the
roofs?
part, it's not the gutter, but isn't it the part that like comes down like
Maybe.
this?
Uh,
Like
uh,
it can be artistic, it's a gable?
maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I skipped over a bunch of comments. Hold on, let me get back to that.
Okay.
I'm so excited that the free books from Barnes and Noble Nook app on my laptop and iPad. And I'm so far not able to finish the book by 1 p.m. So caught my classes, nope, my team's class, there you go, from 1 to 3. Okay, so you're hoping to finish it before that, or you were not able to finish the book before then. That's sucky. But hopefully you have that book still available.
I don't know what time it is where you are, but I
Yeah.
feel like 1 o'clock is either 1 o'clock could be in 2 minutes, depending on where you are.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yes. Rowing. Okay. Cool.
Oh.
Thing.
Wait, you're rowing 3 and what's rowing? Like rowing, like
I would assume so, yeah.
you're doing like you're doing 45-minute rowing sessions. That's wow.
Yeah. Hope you have fun with that. Sounds interesting. My sister,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
My sister was rowing for a little bit, I think in high school. Yeah.
I love rowing. It's great exercise.
I've never done that before.
Oh gosh, it's like one of the best full body exercises you can do.
Huh. Wow.
They say.
I
People
thought arms.
say. Yeah.
BRB sounds good. Where are we at? Have you ever read the book Lock Every Door by Riley Sager? I have not. I do kind of want to. I think it's spooky. I think it's not only a thriller, but it's like a horror spooky. So maybe not with that one. But I do want to try Riley Sager eventually. Where are we at? Where are we at? New 21 Pilots album comes out in 2 months. I'm excited for that. I don't think I've ever listened to 21 Pilots. I think my sister did back in the day.
I feel like I don't know. I can't think of any songs they have right now, but I've heard of 21 Pilots.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know anything now. I don't know what it is, but I have heard many people are confused by it. So I thought I would ask. Yeah, I'll probably look it up in the next sprint. The time is about
Okay, so you got time to read your book. All right, cool. You sorted. We're not worried about you.
Yes. 3 minutes until 11. Riley Sager is very hit or miss for me. I feel like I've heard that. Like I think some books people like, some people don't. The triangle part of an outside wall of a building that's formed. Oh, like okay, hold on. That's formed on the sides of the roof, slotted down the
The ridge pole.
the ridge
What's
pole
the
of
pole?
the eaves.
From the ridge to the eaves. Sometimes they have a decorative bit. Yeah. So is the ridge pole like where the two parts come together? Is that the ridge pole?
I'm gonna have to look at image of this in the next sprint.
We need a diagram, Christina. We need a diagram.
Really pretty on house. Okay. So do we have time for another sprint, or is it getting too late for you?
No. Let's do another one.
Oh,
And we've only got 2 chapters. We need to read a little bit more.
yes. Okay. The next sprint is, I'm sorry, not the next sprint. The next chapter is 13 minutes. The chapter after that is 13. The chapter after that is 12. So I think, depending on how long you want to go for, we could do like 3 chapters or maybe more than that in that sprint. So 13, 13, 13.
Okay, so chapter 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
And it takes probably about 45 minutes.
I guess, yeah. It's confusing. It definitely is, yeah.
You can do the math, Vivian.
From chapter 3
Yep.
to chapter 5? Nope, to chapter 6. Okay. Let me save that. Okay, got it. Okay. Google it and look at the decorative ones. I imagine they're green. I imagine them green. Yeah.
Yeah.
Green Gables,
The
yeah.
Green Gables.
I assumed Green Gables because old timey meant like land or like state, like an area. I don't
Oh.
know. They're named after their homestead, Green Gables. Okay, they're named after their location. Right. So like, and of this area. Yeah.
And of that house.
Yes. Yeah. Or that like land. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
All right. Chapter 3, 4, 5. Here we go.
Here we go. Happy reading. Let's go. we're all done. Sorry about that. I thought that Josie, like, I was like, okay, we're waiting for that, right? But I didn't realize she put a comment in the group chat saying her Wi-Fi was out.
Oh no.
And I didn't even think about that until I was like, let me go check Instagram, and then I saw that. I was like, we've been sitting here for about 10 minutes now, or a couple minutes now. So
Oh, yeah, I'm not even looking at Instagram either. Oh, bummer. Bummer.
yeah, but we'll put it in the group chat when we're done, where we got to.
Yeah.
So that was really interesting, 3 chapters, and I
Yeah.
want to read another one, but like to get that, because I accidentally read the first couple minutes of chapter 6.
Yeah. Okay.
She said it's the chapter where she makes her decision, and I just
Ooh.
but I don't know. It was really interesting to see the sister's perspective on keeping her, and kind of the sister's perspective in general. It was really interesting to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing about like the only thing that's really bothering me about these
Um.
chapters right now is the whole like it sounds, and maybe it's because I don't know. I've been reading a lot of these like, I don't know, slave books. But it's like I feel like their whole reason for like it's like they're trying to just get slave labor out of a
Yeah.
child. And
Mhm.
it's sort of really bothering me.
Yeah. They don't want a child. They want to
Right.
work.
They want
Uh,
they want a worker who works for food and lodging. And
yeah.
that's like a slave.
Yeah. Especially someone who is in a situation where they can't fend for themselves.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
making the choice to work for, you know, just housing and stuff. They're a child who that'll be their life, not their job.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and especially since they apparently have the money to hire someone to help on the farm, right?
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
hire someone to work
Yeah.
on the farm.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. They just want, yeah. That is also like, and just how not receptive she is to taking her at first. Like I really wished she was more receptive to it when she met her, I think. But I think that um
She
her
just wants a slave. And Anne is not going to be like a slave working out in the field.
no.
And so, like, she doesn't want her.
No, yeah. And
It's bothering me. But I like that Anne is like winning her over.
yes, uh-huh.
So, okay, so yes, she wants a slave, but then she's also sort of falling in love with this little girl. So
Yeah.
maybe she still wants a little girl to be a little girl, right?
Yeah. And it seems like, so it's very, I think it's very interesting. What's her name again? The Melinda.
Marilla.
Marilla. Marilla has a very
Is that
set
how
way of,
they're pronouncing it in the audiobook? Is that how they're saying it, Marilla?
it's
Or Marilla? I don't know how I'm saying it. In my head, I'm
let's
saying
say
it Marilla.
Marilla. Let's say
Okay.
Marilla, at least for now. Um I think that I think it's so interesting the way she lives her life. She has kind of like, this is how you live your life. The right way, and the simple way, and the factual way. And there's nothing wrong with that, but introducing this like woo carefree child that has all these thoughts and stuff like that is so interesting into it. And I'm hoping that that dynamic is not mean and sad. It's happy and it's good to see that. And
I feel like it's going to be. It has to
yeah,
be.
yes, I am assuming so, and I'm excited for it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's also like Anne is acting so dramatic, and I'm loving it. Like, she's okay. First of all, it's completely reasonable to be very sad in this situation, but
Right.
she's not acting sad. I mean, she is acting sad. She's
Oh,
acting like
that's a despair.
yeah, she's acting like so like she's acting like a child who didn't get their way on something super simple, and it's written as if she's like not bratty. That's not what I mean at all. I mean like
Yeah.
a dramatic 11-year-old who wants something and her parents aren't giving it to her. But really, she's an orphan and wants someone to adopt her and wants someone to love her, and no one wants to. It's a big situation, but it's written as if she's like this, like, but I'm in the pit of despair. I'm like, and I'm so like so lonely, and it's like, but she is, but she's right. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's so interesting. Yeah.
It's so like that chapter where she cries herself to sleep is just like
Heartbreaking.
so sad. Yeah.
Um,
But then you're right. She wakes up the next day and she's like, all right, well, it's another day. And look, the sun is shining. So I can't be unhappy because the sun is shining. And I was like, this girl is up and down. And then 10 minutes later, she's like down again because she's like, I can't go out and play because I won't have love. And then it will hurt so bad.
I loved that. That was so cute. It was sad, but it was so cute that she did that. I was like, oh.
So
But a
funny.
gable, before we get to the comments, a gable is the, did you look it up?
No, I did not.
You know how houses, especially ones with attics, have pointed roofs like this?
Yes.
It's the front of it. So the thing that makes the square house,
Oh,
it's just the wall right there.
if they fill it in, yeah.
Yeah. So some
Okay.
houses, like, it's like this, and then the other sides are like another point, but the
Yeah.
ones that are flat right there.
All right.
Yeah. Where are we at? She's also known as Anne of I don't know.
Avonlea.
Avonlea.
Which is like their town.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Green Gables is the cupboard's homestead house. Yes. Done. Hi Paula, how are you? Hi sweetie. I'm currently sprinting, but wanted to drop in and show some love and boop the like button. Thank you. And what am I making? I'm crocheting. I think I'm just crocheting. I'm working on my shawl. I finished it in the sprint as well.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
It's like a lacy like shawl.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah. And so I finished that up. So yeah.
What is it like? Pink, blue, red, pink, blue?
It's blue, pink, and no, blue, yellow, and then two or
Oh,
three
yellow
more.
in the middle. Okay.
Yes. And it was just one yarn that changes color.
Oh,
So
all right. Very cool.
yes. So yes, Paula is sprinting, so I dropped by and I said hi in their sprint as well. Done. Can you imagine being a little girl, only 11 now, and taking care of 8 children? No. That's like so like, I mean, I guess back then it was like child labor, but it's like that's so like just crazy that like that was like, I mean, even now parents do that, right? Have the older siblings take care of the younger siblings, especially in like really large families. That's crazy. Yeah. I love that Han's naming the plants. I do that with our house plants. We don't have enough house plants, but we've had a cactus for about 3 years now. I'm surprised it's not dead, but I did name them.
I think it's cool. I do.
Yes. Still on chapter 1 and still not home, but I'm here for a little bit. Sounds good. Take your time with it. My life is a graveyard of buried hopes.
I wrote that down because I was like, oh my God, this is classic. Wow, that is another hope gone. My life is the perfect graveyard of buried hopes. I was like, yes, Anne, yes.
I love her so much already.
I'm going to like start using that just for dramatic effect.
Yes. Yes, we are done. Read chapter 1. I'm now reading in my car, so not comfortable or very quiet. Take your time with it, like, but I will read when I get home. Yeah, so we'll update where we got to. I'm pretty sure this is our last sprint, right? Because it's
I think it's
so
8 o'clock time. Yeah,
get to chapter 6, depending on if we decide to have homework or not. We'll see. Yeah, take your time. I kept doing typos. I kept just like fix a typo, get more typos. Skylar, Nicole, and Coda will be reading tomorrow in Nicole's sprints too. Yes. She definitely is. She only gives in. Yeah, she only gives in because of Matthew. That's like
Yeah.
him just being like not talking is like that was so funny when she was saying that. I don't think it's a slave, but someone who helps them and would end up taking over their homestead later. Yeah, it's I guess I mean maybe they would inherit
Oh,
it.
we're taking if Anne gets the homestead when they die.
I don't know. I think
That's a
that
big
that
decision.
I think that Anne might help with it based on a couple scenes I've seen on TikTok of the show. I'm thinking Anne might end up helping with it, but I could be wrong about that. That would be really interesting though. But I mean, I guess it's like slave like. I don't think it's actually a slave, right? Obviously not.
I think it fits pretty well the definition of a slave, what they're looking
Yes.
for.
But it's not
I think it fits pretty well.
yes. True. But I don't know. Yeah. They don't I don't know about that. They don't have
No,
any
I don't get
oh,
the
yeah,
sense they had a lot of money,
no.
but they have
But they
enough money to hire a guy
yeah.
to help
Yeah.
because they
So
do hire a guy to help them out.
yeah, so right then and there, they're like, yeah, I hired that French boy to help us out. Yes, they don't have children, so it's no one to inherit. Yeah. So it's just the two of them that like they're older, they're 60 and they don't even like so they don't even they're not married at current point in time. So they don't even have like husbands and like partners and families to give it
But
to.
that doesn't necessarily mean that Anne gets the house when they die.
Yeah. I mean if they legally adopt her then
Goes
yeah.
back to the bank, the house like goes to the county, they leave the house to Mrs. Rachel, like, yeah.
Yeah, true. I think back then they saw it as everybody gets what they need. Like with like having like that child being like paid by like food and housing.
I mean, that's what they said about the slaves they brought over from Africa,
Yeah,
right?
indentured servitude. That's like working. Yeah,
Well, we're giving them food and shelter, and if they need medical care, we're giving that like we're taking care of our slaves.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. People's,
Okay.
of course, yes, of course, yes. But
Yes.
like
Yeah.
you're seeking out a child. It is weird. It is odd for sure. Um, she's very black and white. Then she throwed, then she, then to throw some red in with the little lovely girl there.
I
Yes,
know she's starting to fall for Anne, I
yes.
think.
Oh, she
I think
absolutely
she's
is.
starting to soften up her little we need a boy to be our laborer.
Yeah. It was like so. It's like get a child, and then the child will get a stable home. Yeah, exactly. Yes. She's very dramatic. Of course she is. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Um, you can have a bleak life. When you have a bleak life, you have to create your own sparkle. Right? Can I get that stuff to clear out? There you go.
Oh, there it is.
Yes.
Well done, Tina.
I found that our own plants do better when they have their names and we talk to them. Oh,
Funny.
I don't know what it's called when it's plants, but anthropomorphizing, right? Like giving the human life to the animals. I mean, but if you want to go like based on like not like motions, but science, when you talk to your plant, you're putting carbon dioxide right there for it to absorb, and that's like good for them.
Oh. So you need to, if you're going to talk to them, you got to talk to them like right up close. You can't
Well,
like yell from across the room. Hey,
I,
plant.
probably yeah, yeah, yeah. Quote quotes like that are why I love her so much, and why this book ended up as a classic. Absolutely, this book is so like honestly, I think it's probably my favorite out of so far out of all the books we've read for book club.
Well, it's like my recollection is this book stays with Anne anyway, being as lovely and as fantastic as she is, right? And she just like, she's just gonna win everybody over, right?
Yeah.
Because she's just so bubbly and nice and like such a good little girl.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it seems like it. I don't think of it as a slave. That's how children grew up on farms. That's how kids grow up on farms. On farms are even today. I mean, that is
Yeah,
true.
but she didn't grow up on a farm.
No.
They're actively going out seeking a human being solely for the purpose of working on their farm, that they are not going to pay a wage.
No. Oh yes. It doesn't seem like they're too like I don't know, that they're too into having a child. They don't really they don't like we want to raise a kid. Like they're not doing that.
I mean, they were going to have the boys sleeping in the kitchen, right?
Yeah. When they
And then
had two
they're like,
rooms.
well, now we have a girl, but so she can't sleep in the kitchen, but we're also not going to put her in the guest room.
Yeah. You have two open rooms. You have
Or
the attic.
put her in the attic or wherever so it's like they're not. Like, it's one thing to bring a child into your home because you want a child and you
Yeah.
want to give the child a better life. It's
Mhm.
another thing for them to be actively looking for a child to bring in their home just so they can work on the farm.
Yeah. That is very true. Yes. So it does seem I mean it's not actually I don't think it's not actually, but it does seem slave like. Heavy breathing with your plants. No, that just
I'm not doing any heavy breathing with my plans. I'm not that kind of girl.
In the book Good Omens, the demon Crowley talks to his plants. He threatens them to make them grow.
Ooh.
Any talking will help, I guess. Where are we at? There you go. But said human beings would otherwise have even a harder life. You're talking about
I don't know.
the
The slaves.
oh yeah.
Like, or Anne, that if
Or,
they didn't
or
bring
the,
Anne in to come and work on their farm, she would have had an even harder life. I don't know that that's true. I don't know that that's true.
maybe in this case of the book, but I guess it depends, right? Because I guess it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Hopefully these. I'm assuming these people are going to be good to her. Maybe I just have a different view, as I was a redheaded orphan, and I did live on a farm and in places like she did.
Yes. But
Yeah.
when you were adopted by your parents, did they adopt you because they wanted to love you and have you be part of your family? Or did they adopt you because they wanted you to go work on their farm? And they were never going to love you, and they were never going to, like, their intention was
I would hope
not,
not. Yeah.
right? Like, that's the difference. I get that everybody has to do work when you're on a farm, that kids have to do work, but this is not that, right? This
Yeah.
is, they were looking for a human being to come and do work for them. They weren't looking for a child
No.
to add to their family.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like it, no. But back to that real quick, okay? I don't know. I mean, I think it's over there, but this is kind of off topic. She says that like about the redhead thing. She says, "Have you ever known someone with red hair when they grow up to get a different color hair?" Yes,
Have you?
Yeah, like my mom. My mom has dark brown hair, and when she was younger, she had strawberry blonde hair.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
and she had really tight ringlets on her head, and now her hair is like lightly wavy, straight.
Huh. How old was she when it changed color?
I I guess it started changing probably around Anne's age.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it wasn't like bright red. My sister has like all like bright red hair kind of and naturally. And that has stayed the same over the years. But I think it's interesting. I was like, I know someone who's had their hair color change.
Oh my gosh.
It wasn't uncommon for children to sleep in the kitchen or in the attic. Like that, really? That seems precarious to have a child sleeping in the kitchen.
Well, look, they weren't gonna let Anne sleep in the kitchen,
No.
right? And they weren't gonna let her sleep in the guest. So, but they were gonna make the boy sleep in the kitchen. So I don't know that it was common for this. Anyway, I'm just saying these are all the arguments that people have said about slavery for years. Well, we're giving them a better life. Well, what? And I'm just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, that, like seems a little bit slavey to me.
Yeah. Not slaves. Slaves are not sleeping in the kitchen. Children, like anywhere. I've actually never heard of that before. I love how she says plain red hair. Yeah, like typically red hair is not considered to be plain. Like it's considered to be like pretty cool. Like when I was having an older sister with red hair, it was like she was like, I want to bleach my hair, I want to dye it. And mom was like, no. And I'm like, can I dye my hair? I was like, yeah. Like I was allowed at like we at the same time, and she's 7 years older than me. She was like a teenager, and I'm like 10. Like, can I dye my hair blue? Mom's like, sure. And it took her a while to agree to that, but she agreed much faster than she did with my sister with the dyeing her red hair. So
Because I think I like all of this jokiness in the UK about like people with red hair and how it's like undesirable and whatever. And I love people. I love red hair.
yeah,
I wish I had red hair. I think it looks great on people.
yeah, absolutely. It looks like it's so interesting. You like the red hair is like not. It's not a color you would expect to go with the typical colors that hair already is. Like it's like kind of stands out. I guess it
Yeah.
is kind of in between. It is kind of in between brown and like beige, but still. Um, the original Pete's Dragon was like that. Never heard this before. The people adopted Pete, paid paid for him, and just wanted him to work. So I get what you're saying. Have you ever heard of them before, Pete's Dragon?
Yeah. Peace Dragon was like, I haven't ever read the book. But it was a movie. They made a movie out of it. But I mean, I was like maybe 10 years old. I was a little kid when I saw
Oh
it.
yeah.
I remember Pete's Dragon as a movie, not as a book. But I don't remember Pete's Dragon. I
Yeah,
remember
but
the
you heard it,
message
yeah.
of Pete's Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you just say people in the UK? Wait, no, it's okay. Did you just say people in the UK said that about red hair?
Yeah, people in the UK are always making like jokes about people with red hair, like Prince
Mm.
Harry, and like making fun of him because of his hair, and like they always get like it's just kind of like a bit of a put down, like for some reason because you have red hair, you're not as smart, you're not as cool, you're not as whatever.
Hmm. Yeah.
But I like it.
Yes, the Scots have a lot of red hair and Irish. True, yes. Love the musical. Ooh. The original one, not the newer one. Huh.
What musical?
I'm assuming Pete's Dragon.
Oh, I don't know about a musical.
Yeah. I've never heard of Pete's Dragon before.
It's old. Well, the original one, not the newer one. I don't know the dates of any of these. It was probably the original one that I was watching at the movie theater when I was a little kid. It's about a
Okay.
like I can't remember. I think he like adopts a dragon, or a dragon comes to live with him, or there's something. I don't really remember it. I remember it about as well as I remember Anne of Green Gables.
Yeah. I just saw Mika's comment, and I'm sorry I got distracted for a second. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm wondering if there's something that come down to the wars between Scotland and Ireland, like with the red hair, like
Yeah, maybe.
things happened there, and then in America, I've red hair was bad. I've never heard like this bad disses on red hair other than like occasional like carrot top or whatever. Like that kind of stuff, which doesn't make sense because the top of carrots is green. But
True.
but I've never heard like really like bad things said about them. Um Pete's Dragon was a musical. Check it out. The dragon was his imaginary friend. Okay. Hmm. Um, yeah, the Irish were just a step above slaves. Huh. I don't know. I don't know about any of this like Irish Scotland. Like I don't really know a lot of that history of that. So I don't
And I don't know that I would say they were just a step above the slaves. Like,
in America?
slaves didn't have any choice about being here.
In America.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. Hmm.
Oh, yes. You know that people were kidnapped from Africa and
Yes.
brought to the
No,
United States
Irish
and
people.
sold. Oh,
Irish
yeah.
people.
No, Irish people chose to come here
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, yeah.
and worked and like, did stuff. And they were, I mean, because everybody has to be, we all have to have a class system, right? Everybody has to be better than somebody else.
Yeah.
For a while, the Irish were not well liked or not well respected, but they certainly were nowhere. You can't compare the Irish to slaves.
Yeah. Yeah, because I haven't really even heard that like that was
Yeah,
happening
the
at that time.
Italians the same way. It was the same way with the Italians, same way with the Jew. Like anytime anybody emigrated to America, people
Yeah.
didn't like it, and so you treat them badly and call them
Mhm.
names and do whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, America.
Always doing such interesting things. um, they were also slaves before they came to the US. Yes. Right. In the US they totally were. They were scum, they were hated, they were killed.
But they were not slaves.
Doesn't yeah. Um, there were lots of Irish that did not have a lot of choice either. Um, most of sorry, most were imitated,
Indentured.
indentured. Okay, there you go. Indentured by England when they came here. Okay, so they were.
They agreed that the English, somebody paid their passage. And in order to pay off their passage, they agreed to work for them for a certain amount of time. That is not slavery.
Yeah,
They didn't have a choice to come to America.
they weren't. They had the choice
They
to.
were not kidnapped from their homes
No,
and
they
brought
weren't.
to the United States to
Yes.
do work.
So maybe more indentured servitude,
Yes,
consensual indentured servitude than slave.
yes. They agreed to work in exchange for probably, usually it was for their passage on the ship.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting either way though. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So are we gonna have any homework? Because we meet on Wednesday. We meet in a day. No.
I I mean, I feel like no homework since it's just a short period of time, but maybe we could read a couple of chapters if people want to.
I mean, I want to read more, but it's like I guess I just have to wait. Like I want to keep going with the story, but I mean, I feel like if I read more, I'm gonna be in the same predicament. I'm gonna want to read more after that. So
Yeah. because the story's getting like it's developing, and we're starting to see Anne like,
Yeah. And I just want to keep reading and reading, and like I just want to keep going, but we have to stop. We have to wait. So yeah, let's wait till Wednesday. Let's do no homework. If that works for everyone else. Yeah. Where are we at? If that's your definition of slavery, then the children would not be captive.
Captured is not my definition of slavery. Captured is when you are forced to do work for no money, right? It's
Yes.
labor. You are not being paid for your labor.
Yeah. That seems like the definition. Yeah.
Someone basically owns you and can tell you what to do and when to do it. And maybe they give you a place to live, and maybe they give you food, and maybe they give you like medical care or something, but
Yeah.
you're not able to leave. You're not able to like, they own you.
Yeah. And that wasn't the case for the Irish. They didn't they were
They chose to go. They chose to come to the US.
Yeah.
And they chose to work. It's a negotiated, it's like a contract, right? You pay my airfare and I will work for you until I pay off the airfare.
Yeah.
Right? It's a barter system, basically.
Yeah. I can do homework. I don't know. I feel like maybe we shouldn't do it because like we're so close, but
I don't.
Maybe you guys are using a different definition of forced because like
No. Yeah. Well, yeah.
because like
in the U.S., the Irish were not forced to work for nothing in exchange, for no money in exchange. It was an agreement, a contract. We will. You're basically. I owe a debt to you because you paid for something for me.
Yeah.
So you're not going to pay me to work for you because you paid me
to go
$500 in airfare.
Yeah.
Right. You paid me $500 in airfare. I can't pay you $500 back. So I'm going to work off the $500. I'm going to wash your dishes until the $500 is paid off.
Yeah.
That to me is not working for no money. It's working for the $500 that we wanted you.
Yeah. Makes sense. They were shipped over with no say at the time.
This is not accurate. I'm shocked. This is not accurate history.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Who's shipping Irish people to the US?
Is it human trafficking at least?
Yeah. No.
No.
I don't think what happened to the Irish is human trafficking.
I don't know. I can't get into this I don't know how to get into this conversation. So I don't know enough information to speak on. A lot of Irish and Scottish history had not been written down as much as the English version. So they also were sent to Australia. So you're saying like maybe it was true that it was more unconsensual, but it was supposed to be portrayed as consensual. Is that what Mika and Christina are saying? I've never heard of this until this minute, so I'm not gonna.
Australia was a penal colony, so it was basically sending people to prison. I don't know if those are the people that Christina's talking about that were sent to Australia. I don't know.
I've never heard of this either. So.
Well, the nice thing is, I think they're going to fall in love with Anne and want her to be an actual child.
Yes.
Not some kind of laborer.
Yes.
I hope this has a like happy ending for Anne.
Yes, it's gonna. Hopefully, it's
A
gonna
real
keep.
little girl with
Yeah,
a real family.
that's the hope. That's the hope. So I'm thinking, like we were saying, no homework because if I keep reading, I might just keep reading a little too much.
You'll read the
So,
whole thing and it'll be
yeah,
over.
yeah. I want to do that right now. So let's not read anymore until Wednesday. Yeah, if that works. Okay. Is there anything else we need to talk about the book before we head off?
Mm, I don't think so. My favorite quote so far, my life is a perfect graveyard. Buried hopes.
Amazing. Yes. I just love her so much. So, okay, we're going to meet
All right, so we'll go Wednesday.
Wednesday on your channel, same time. And I will put the fact that we are not starting chapter 6 until Wednesday in the group chat. So
Okay.
catch up. Okay.
Cool.
Thank you for being on today with me, and thank
Thanks
you
for
all
hosting.
comments for reading it with us. I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.
See you. Bye.